Welcome, everybody. It is, unlike it says on the agenda, it is actually February 12th. This is the Broadband Committee, and welcome everyone. Bobby, would you do a roll call, please?
Okay, Fausto.
Here.
David Boaz.
Yes.
Patricia Pacuda. Dominic isn't here. Stu Richland.
Yeah.
Joanne. Jerry Satovsky is not here. Okay, Donald Foster is not here. Ruth Grice.
Here.
Ken Brad.
Yes.
John Gregg. Hugh Green.
Yeah.
Richard Hamilton.
Present.
Bonnie Levin. Mary O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
Michael Zaslow.
Here.
Hey. Ira is not here, Karen Person is not here, Melissa Crouppen is not here. Okay,
Mariel Adler, so I'm here for resign
Right.
since John won't be here. I'm sure you all are aware he's.
okay, we have a quorum.
Thank you.
You didn't know Bobby want me to sign?
I'm sorry, again, Duke is on the committee.
Oh,
But
okay,
he, for the second month in a row, he's been left off the list.
okay.
I am so sorry,
That's
you
okay.
will get on the list.
Did you give it a check for $100? Oh, you can check after the meeting. What happened to anyone else need to sign?
Very,
I think I've
not
got it.
feeling.
No, I know I was sick.
Okay,
The other gentleman?
Oh, John Person,
Yeah.
he received an offer he couldn't refuse from another company, so.
Sing Sing?
Almost, but yeah, he's I believe with another provider now, but it was
Excellent.
good to pass that.
Miriam is.
Oh, Miriam is still out.
She replaced John, am I right?
Yeah, well, she's the AE for this account, yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Better, what,
I think,
He's sick, he's not feeling too hot, so.
I believe, we're gonna have a short meeting today because what I'm gonna do is just ask, did Ira leave you the
Yes, I have all
statistics and all?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you just go ahead and review, the trouble reports?
Yeah, absolutely. So per my records, what you wanted was 3 months. I did 4 just to be, so right now for the month of February, we're at so industry standard is anywhere from 3 to 4%. So right now in the month of February, we're still at a solid 0% in mid-month. In January, we did see some bit of a spike at 7%. That is to be expected. We kind of see this on an annual basis when a lot of the snowbirds come on and they try to turn on some of that equipment. December at 5 and November at 5. So we're kind of even keeled where we need to be. Usually snowbird season, we see a little uptick.
You're above the average though.
Yeah, but that's a lot of they'll return them when they turn on the equipment. It's either something we support them.
2 months, December, January.
Well, we have January, February we're still at 0, but January and December is where you saw a little bit of that uptick. Yes, sir.
Speaking of percentages, has this been adjusted for age of the customers? We have a senior community here. Because of age, we might have more calls.
Yeah,
But is that it? I doubt if it's adjusted.
I mean, I don't know if we adjusted for age, but we usually see, this is not isolated to this community. A lot of the snowbirds that return to the Miami Beach area, the Sunny Isles area, we usually see an uptick because there are more residents, there are more TCs.
Right,
And then, of course, if they don't use this equipment for 9 months out of the year, you're kind of reacclimating yourself going, oh my goodness, how do I use this again? Yes, sir?
Is there any metric that tracks the difference between a user problem where it might be user error relative to equipment error?
I believe those are flagged. I can ask them. I do know that we just, for this community, we don't follow that so closely because no matter what is needed, we just go. But yes, I can actually get those numbers that might be user error. And then I know that this has been broached before, but we are willing and able to do some type of community event where it's kind of like a class, so to speak, keeping them maybe per, I know that you guys have like Stafford and Essex and such. The smaller the class size, the more I find people retain the information better. But we can do some type of event if needed to reacclimate those people that may need some more practice.
Well, I think once next month rolls around, we're hoping to have a proposal for
well,
Yeah.
the bulk services or a
Correct.
change to streaming, so that would obviously be a very important part of that changeover. And we'd wanna make sure that we continue that going forward, that it be done routinely.
Have you all had the opportunity, I believe there was one installed
Mhm.
somewhere on the.
I've looked at
Yeah.
it, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's what I expected.
Yeah.
It works, it's there. But we're waiting,
Okay.
we're waiting to see what they come back
Okay.
next month,
Yeah.
we're hoping to see that. We also, just so you know, on, I believe it was January 15th, Donald published in his regular weekly report, a request for anybody having issues with Breezeline to send a report of any problems to his email address, and I did a quick count this morning, and in the last month, we sent, that report goes out to 23, or actually now it's 2,600 users
Okay.
get Donald's report. Of that group, we got 24 responses in a month, which I don't consider, and most of them were really just reporting on kind of normal things. They weren't disasters, I didn't see any. Donald, did you see anything that you thought was? I
Mostly
didn't.
it's service dropouts.
Yeah, I mean, somebody was upset because they came back from Canada and they couldn't get Facebook to work, or I'm sorry, FaceTime on their phone. They were having some issues with their FaceTime, so
Right.
things like that.
Do you get any people that call into the office with the issues or?
I had one
Yes.
person calling about a billing issue, but it's someone I know, so
Yes,
Ira helped her and straightened it out.
the majority of the phone calls that I received were the length of time for service. 7 to 10 days
Yeah.
Yeah.
without service. I've been in touch with Ira and he's done his best.
Yeah.
Besides the repeat with issues with your DVR box that you're trying to eliminate.
Right.
There's a problem with that, and I have a problem with that because it's in your contract that you will supply it. And now you're trying to uptick the customers by saying, we're not servicing this anymore. You gotta go to TiVo if you wanna be able to record. So somebody better read your contract, cause you promised that box.
No, the box is contracted, so if there's any type of misinformation, please continue to address that to Ira, cause we're not in any way trying to push onto another product, this is what's currently the
Right.
contracted product. Speaking to the reports of people receiving TCs or appointments that are a lot further out, that has been addressed and we have best practices set, so basically what we were finding is in snowbird communities such as these and others, when everybody returns within the same time period, it was kind of, for lack of a better term, monopolizing that, what we call internally a management area. So what we've done the past week and moving forward is breaking up those management areas into smaller management areas, and that should mitigate whatever issues that the residents have experienced with that problem. But again, if that occurs, we're more than happy to escalate it like we usually do and have it given.
Yeah, the few that I had a few the same, they called and they got a, gateway up. And Ira immediately
Yeah.
took care of it, and within 24 hours, people were.
Yeah, I can tell you that internally, we have like our own specific chat room for
Sure.
Century Village alone that's dedicated for.
And I myself had a couple of small issues, and I have to say, they were perfectly taken care of. I mean, I had no. The only problem, and I told Ira with it, is the remotes. At our office, they didn't have any TiVo remotes.
Yeah.
I had to go over to military truck, which is an issue.
Yeah.
We need to get them stocked.
We're getting, again, we're seeing as the more that we upgrade people to different products and product sets, so they have put in an order for the inventory, so by the end of this week, early next, everybody should be fully stocked with what is necessary.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that was the only issue that having the remotes here, because not everybody, and we shouldn't have to, we have an office here, we shouldn't have to go around with it. And it's a very minor thing,
My
but
issue was taken care of within a day or two. I didn't have the phone. My phone seems to go out every once in a while. And the TV.
Your modem crashed.
Oh, yeah. I needed a new modem. They brought me a new modem box.
Okay. So then that's been
That was pretty quick.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I'm not aware of any major problems at this moment. I don't know if anyone else is. And that's it for that. We look forward to seeing what comes up next month. Now the new business that I want to talk about is I have invited Hugh and Michael and Ken to form a subcommittee in anticipation of a new proposal coming from Breezeline to switch service to the streaming platform, which we had looked at last month. And hopefully after this meeting, we can have a short, just us, little talk about how we're gonna go ahead and structure that subcommittee to put together some information once we get the proposal. And then sort of, I don't wanna use the term counter proposal,
Yeah.
but a review. And then I'm hoping that in the April meeting of this committee, we will have a review of whatever is proposed. And then after that, hopefully we'll be coming up with what we want to go ahead and do as a committee. Just to put some sort of timelines around where I'm hoping this goes. I don't know if anyone else has any, any desire to do it any differently than this. In the past, we've had a consultant that reviewed proposals and such. I don't personally think we need that. I think we have the expertise to do this ourselves. If we find as a committee, we do need more information or we do need a proposal from a consultant or whatever, we can go forward with that. But at this moment, I personally don't see a need for it unless someone else wants to start talking about bringing outsiders in to look at this stuff. But other than that, does anybody have anything else?
Covered.
That's it. This could be the shortest meeting we've ever had.
That's all right.
But there's no more to, we anticipate,
Yep, my understanding is that we are aware of the board meeting that's gonna take place in
Right.
February, they're gonna have the proposal ready in March, and then, of course, take all the time you need to discuss and decide. And we're just, we're eager to get everybody up and ready, but of course, whatever questions you have, you can send to Marion, and I believe you all met Brayden, our newest addition
yeah.
from Cogeco, so they'll be more than happy to answer any questions.
Just as a matter of housekeeping, I completely forgot in the beginning, I should have done the minutes. I hope you all looked at them and took a look, and I would. Michael,
Motion to accept the meeting minutes as presented.
thank you, second.
All right, second.
And any discussion, any changes? Hearing none, I will accept the minutes as proposed.
I'm over your job.
Thank you all.
You'll do it pretty well.
Thank you, everybody, for your time.